Hi, this is Mark. I appreciate you watching this video. This is the first introduction to the upcoming Zenforo software on Elsmar.com. Just to give you a few of the initial basics. We're going to go to log in. Now, a few of these may change over time because we're looking at some different, what they call skins. But for right now, and in general, all these instructions are going to be the same. So we want to log in. That's the first thing. Now, if you had a forum username, you can put that in. Just remember that if you use capitals, if you use spaces, anything like that, it's going to be context sensitive. So if your name is Terry with a capital T, that's going to be different than Terry with a small t. So in this case, I already have a user account set up. It's called Software Tester. Now note that there's capitals and there's also a space here between software and tester. That makes a difference when you log in. On the other hand, you can also use your email address. So if you've forgotten your username, you can put your email address in. Now, you put your password in. Now, you have the option here to stay logged in so that when you leave your browser or whatever, after about 15-20 minutes, it automatically logs you out. So, myself, I always say stay logged in. I don't want my password to remember right now because this is a test account in a test form. Now, as an individual, if you click that link up there, now you've logged in. You haven't uploaded an avatar yet. If you would like to, you just click on it and it says edit avatar. You can put an avatar in. It tells you a few things. For example, I just testing is my well, it's it's a title that shows up. At any rate, you'll see over here, there's nothing really here yet. News feed, likes received, your content, haven't posted yet. But notice here, you have account details, password and security, privacy, preferences. You have signature, and this was the same in vBulletin. You could have a signature. You have the option to follow different people and threads and such. You can also ignore people where you're not interested in their posts, and you can put them on your ignore list. And you have general preferences. This is also where you would log out, but let's go to general preferences real quick. In my general preferences for this test account, basically it says Canada, but it's Eastern Standard Daylight Time. It says receive news and email updates. You can uncheck that, but we really don't send out much in the way of, we don't send out monthly newsletters or anything like that. So whether or not you choose that is up to you. I always recommend this be checked. Receive an email when a new conversation message is received. Now remember that conversations in Zen4 are the same as the old private messages, and in fact I'll probably change that so that it reads a new private conversation message is received. But if somebody PMs you, you probably want an email to let you know. At any rate, these are different options you can check as you go through your user preferences. Now, some of these, in this case, are going to be duplicates because we're in a test forum. So, for whatever reason, you have 4 blocks there. They're all the same thing. And there won't be duplicates once everything's changed over. As you can see, there are a number of other options. Applies to a watch thread. We'll go into how to, for example, if you go into a thread and you read it, but you don't post in it, you might want to quote watch, unquote, the thread, so that when someone replies, you can get an email message saying there's been a reply. Anyway, there's a number of options you can go through. Now I'm in the administrator's control panel, setting basic options for new registers. But again, this is something you can change at any time. Your alert preferences. Notice it said preferences have been changed. Now, if you scroll up, you're going to find there are a number of different settings that you can set over here. You can set your signature. You can set people you follow. Again, this is a test account. I put in Miner and Ninja as tests. Now, whenever they post or start a new discussion thread, I'll be notified. I can stop that by going unnotified. Or I can go back to follow by doing follow. So I'll be notified anytime they make a post or start a new thread. If you really don't like somebody, for whatever reason, in this account, I'm not currently ignoring any members. Now, I bring that up, but for example, if I come back to forums, and when you click on forums, it shows you in the forums, and let's say you read a discussion thread in food, drug, and pharmaceuticals. Now, this is basically a category, so you make your choices up here. We've got a bunch of them here. Now, one thing you will see is a lot of the forum names are truncated. For example, this. When the actual changeover occurs, forum titles will not be truncated. It's kind of a long story. It's specific to the Zen4 software. I had to make a lot of changes to make sure that when we did the import, all these would come across. at any rate, if you go to anyone's, I don't know who this is offhand, but tells me when they registered, you can follow them. And let's say this is someone that you're really not interested in their information, you can click on ignore. Now it says start a personal conversation. One of the things I want to remind people of is that personal conversations, in Zenforo, they just called them conversations. I've made a lot of text changes to make sure that it was clear. If you start a conversation with someone, it's the same as a personal message in the old vBulletin form. So, just by clicking on the username, you kind of come up with some basic information on that person. When they joined, how many times they posted, how many likes they've received. So this is the end of the first part of a basic instruction for using Zenforo software. I appreciate your listening. I also appreciate your tolerance in that I haven't been doing voices for quite a while. It's a Sunday evening, and I'm trying to do a few things and get some things done, but I'm definitely not ready for prime time. Thank you.